Don't just be another foreigner, be a local Laowai.
Welcome back to Local Laowai, the show that gives you everything you need to know for a smooth transition to life in China. I'm Donnie Newman. Today we're here at a bright and sunny Beijing University. Previously, we moved into our dorms and showed you where to get your grub on here on campus. Now, pretty soon you're going to be starting your classes and fielding a lot of homework. So before any of that happens, today we're going to scope out the library, a central fixture on any Chinese college campus, used as a source of knowledge, a place to study, and a student gathering place. Let's check it out. Although regulations differ from campus to campus and library to library, as a general rule, all university libraries are available to students and teachers, including international students and scholars. At some schools, you can simply swipe your student ID to enter the library. Other places will have you get a special library card. Now, if you're not sure which system your school employs, you could ask your advisor or simply visit the library for more information. Now, if you're not a student but live near a university, you may still be in luck. A lot of schools allow external borrowers to apply for a card as well. Now, when you arrive, make sure to bring your passport or ID, and be aware there may be some restrictions on your borrowing privileges compared to students. If you're a student, your advisor can help you get your student ID after you arrive on campus and register. 哎，你好。
你好，哎，我来查点资料啊。
对。
哦，南京大学。
It's increasingly popular for campuses to employ a system where the student ID is a multi-purpose card you can use for many different things, including the library, cafeteria, even paying for internet service.
哎，交3块钱。
3块钱。But what if you don't find what you need here on campus? To use public libraries, for example, the National Library of China here in Beijing, simply take your passport to get in and view the books. Now, if you want to take books out, you'll need to get a card as well, after which you'll be able to use the Wi-Fi. In terms of the type of materials you'll find in the library, you won't be surprised that first and foremost you'll find a lot of books. But there are also academic journals, magazines, newspapers, and special collections depending on your specific library. You'll find that many libraries provide an interlibrary loan service, but some of the items you'll be able to request may be restricted. Generally, newspapers, magazines, and special collections can be photocopied inside of the library, but can't be taken out. Chinese, being one of the oldest writing systems still in use in the world today, it's seen its fair share of classification systems over the years that scholars use to look up information. Thankfully, the most archaic of those classification systems are no longer in use. Today, most libraries are organized in alphabetical order. Now, I know what you may be thinking. What alphabet? Of course, those of us with experience learning Chinese know about the pinyin romanization system, which records the sounds of Chinese with the English letters that we're used to. So the Chinese character for love, for example, I, is spelled A-I, so that would show up towards the beginning of a dictionary. Whereas the word for early, zao, starts with a Z, Z-A-O. That would show up towards the end. Now, if you've never come across the character before outside of the dictionary, it's kind of hard to figure out how it's spelled and pronounced. But there are systems in place where you can figure out how to do that. Now, for our purposes here at the library, what you need to know before all else is that you can search for books, whether they be in Chinese, English, or any other language, with the school's online book catalog with a computer like this one. Granted, using an online book catalog should be fairly intuitive for most students, even us from other countries, and especially when we're looking for books in our native language. And you can bet your university's library houses a variety of English language materials, as English still reigns as the language of choice for most of the world's cutting-edge scholarly work. Plus, Chinese students need to learn English to get into college anyway. So generally, English language books and magazines can be found in Chinese libraries. Of course, for those versed in other foreign tongues like Korean, Japanese, French, Spanish, Italian, you can find books in your language too, albeit in slightly less numbers. So there you have it, how to access and use your materials in a library on campus. Now, with all this information available, it's pretty exciting, don't you think? I could just sing out loud.
Be quiet.
On the next episode, we'll talk about campus athletics. Until then, be sure to keep sending in your questions at locallowai@bon.tv. I'm Donnie Newman. We'll see you next time.